What's up, guys, and welcome back to CNA Films and Animation. I'm Alan.
I'm Corey.
What are we reviewing today?
Well, today we are going to take a look at the 2013 film Odd Thomas.
Odd Thomas. Isn't that based on a book series?
Yes, it is, by Dean Koontz.
Ha!
And it follows Anton Yelchin, who plays the title character Odd Thomas. Odd Thomas is a guy, lives in a small town, has a girlfriend named
Stormy.
And she's played by Addison Timlin. And basically, he has a special ability that nobody else has. What is that, Alan?
He is able to see ghosts and spirits.
Mm-hmm.
But you said it wrong. He's not the only person that can see it. It is a very rare gift. Other people can see it, but not very many. And he has to keep it a secret, because half the people wouldn't trust him. And also, there are evil spirits, and if the evil spirits find out someone can see them, they try to murder them.
Mm-hmm.
So, he can't do it. But Odd is pretty much devoted his life to trying to help people who are those who have been murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Which opening shot would pretty much showing this.
Mm-hmm.
He tries to give them peace so they can go on.
Mm-hmm. But mentioning the evil spirits, one guy comes into a cafe that he works in. He works the grill in this cafe, and one guy comes in named Fungus Bob Robertson.
They call him Fungus Bob because he has this weird vibe to him. He doesn't look quite right.
And Odd notices that the evil spirits are just surrounding themselves around him.
Yeah, this is not 1 or 2, which is normal for an evil presence. This is
20, 30, 40, almost 100 of them.
Yes. He's never seen that many, so he knows something big is happening.
Yes.
And the rest of the film is the mystery of what's happening, where is it happening, how can he stop it, where is it going to be.
And, with the help of a police officer played by William DeFoe, and the help of his girlfriend, Stormy, played by Addison Timlin, they all together are trying to, both figure out what's going on and to try and stop it from happening, because it could potentially destroy the world. So, what were your thoughts on the film?
I thought this was a very interesting film. The special effects for the creatures I thought were top notch.
Mm-hmm.
Their movements, their look, very cool. They're transparent, you can see through them, but the detail in them, there's a lot of detail for a creature you can see through. Really liked Stormy's character. I thought Stormy and Odd had a lot of good chemistry on screen. You can tell that their characters love each other. I thought that was done really well. A lot of these films is like, we love each other, then we're not next to each other for the entire film, and then, oh, now it's essential to the plot, we're back together. This one, they're together not the entire time. They leave, they come back, of course, and just their mannerisms and everything is done really well.
I really like this movie. The film, honestly, really reminded me of the Peter Jackson 1996 film, The Frighteners. It reminded me in the way that both the tone of the film and kind of some of the similar themes throughout. This is a horror comedy with a little bit of sci-fi thrown in there too. And it is done very well. I really like the acting from Anton Yelchin, Addison Timlin, relatively new actress. I really liked her in this.
Yes.
William DeFoe was very nice to see. He did a fantastic job as a police officer who was friends with Odd. And, it really was a very interesting story. There were elements that were a little predictable, but there were elements that were surprising. It's not necessarily the mystery that really drives this film, but it's the characters and the events that take place outside of the mystery itself.
That's true, but I did like the mystery. It wasn't a straightforward one.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't figure it out instantly like a lot of them do. It's like, oh, it's this. He's figuring out parts as he goes along.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them he's figured that he's figured out wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was good. A solid mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the greatest ever? No, it's not. But I thought it was alright.
Mm-hmm. Film was directed by Stephen Sommers, and he's the director of The Mummy Returns. There's definitely some elements from both of those movies that you can see kind of with the directing style in this, but I do think that this is a much better film than The Mummy and The Mummy Returns. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I laughed. I was put on the edge of my seat a couple of times, and was just really enthralled with the overall story. However, I do have to say this. I did not like the ending.
No, the ending's a little bit of a letdown, but the other 3/4 of the movie's really good.
Oh yeah, and I mean, not going to spoil what happens in the end, but there's one thing about the ending that kind of upset me a little bit, but the way that they ended it sounded like they could be setting up for a sequel. However, due to the lack of success for the film, I doubt that there will ever be a sequel.
Yes, this film never actually hit theaters.
Mm-hmm.
It premiered at
the Riverbend Film Festival, and
it was in 4 other film festivals, one in Canada, Paris, and Ireland. This movie had a budget of $27 million.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't figure out why it was not in theaters.
I have a theory as to why it wasn't in theaters. What I think happened was Stephen Sommers was the director of the film as well as the producer. I think that this might have been a passion project of his.
Okay.
He may have been a fan of the books. Speculating, I don't know. But he produced the film himself. I'm sure that he raised the money or used money from his other works to make this film.
Okay, but
Hold on a second.
Alright.
Then, when it came to finding a distributor for the film, my speculation is that he couldn't find someone that would, buy into distributing it into a theater. For example, finding like Lionsgate or, some major company that would, be like, yeah, we'll buy your movie and, distribute it into a small amount of theaters. I think that's what probably happened, which resulted in it being released straight to DVD.
It's possible. I'm surprised they didn't do it to a limited release. This one got nothing, but spending $27 million just on it. I've heard of people doing it on just passion projects before, but
Well, I mean, the way I see it, he thought that this was going to be something that, some company would want to put out there and, think that it would make a decent amount of money with.
yeah.
For example, selling it to Lionsgate for, a certain amount,
Yeah.
just to have it distribute in, let's say, 5,000 theaters, or
I hear you. Well, I would have thought someone would have went for it. Dean Koontz is quite a popular author.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've understood, I haven't read the book, but this is a very popular series.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the crap they put out over the years. How did this not?
Don't know, but yeah, I really enjoyed the movie for the most part. In fact, the second I watched it on Netflix, so that currently is there. You can check it out now. But second I saw it on Netflix, instantly went and bought it. So it's now in my personal collection. Love the movie for the most part. Like I said, didn't like the ending, but I forgive it.
So, you liked it so much, what would you give it?
I'm probably going to give it a 9.
Nice.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this movie.
I really enjoyed it too. As I said, love the special effects. I like the characters. I even like the mystery. I'll give this movie a solid 8.
Okay.
It does have some problems. Here and there it can be a little corny, but the whole experience I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm. So tell us, guys, have you seen Odd Thomas? If you have, what'd you think of it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? If you haven't, are you interested? Share your thoughts on the film. Comment below. Let us know. We'd love to hear your feedback. We'd love to hear your feedback.
If you like this video, be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. Be sure to check out our other videos.
Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. If you have any movie suggestions or TV suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And as always, I'm Corey.
I'm Alan.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you guys later.